Good morning. The Ballarat Cup is coming, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to look at a couple of things and explain traffic lights to you and how I use them in the GTX program. And it's brought to you courtesy of www.horseracingasaustralia.info and Winform Ratings, winform.com.au. So let's have a look at the Ballarat Cup first up. And here it is. And first of all, we're looking at the horses we've got at the moment. Just off the bat, we've got 11, 6, 14, 18, 10. Very competitive race. And the first thing I do want to start my analysis is have a look at the penalties. These are applied for various reasons, and I've got a 20-point penalty here, which I can see if I add that penalty back will take Jeanne straight to the top. And I've got to have a look at the reason why it's got a 20-point penalty. These other ones I won't worry about, because even if I added them on, they'd be nowhere in the running as far as I'm concerned. So let's go back and have a look at Jeanne and see why has it got a 20-point penalty. Well, the answer is simple. It's got a 17% strike rate. That's okay. If you have a look up here, it had its last run on the 28th of October, and they're going to be running the race in 2 days' time on the 19th, which means that its last run was 22 days ago. And as you know, most horses who race over 22 days ago don't win. 22 days or more ago don't win. But it's only 1 day, and it's sort of coincidental. And I'm sure that our friend Mr. Walters at Mount Gambier, who's a very smart cookie, would have this horse aimed for this particular cup. So let's just get rid of this penalty here. Take that right back to 0. And that gives us a truer indication of what's likely to happen with it. And we can see that the run was second to Real Love. That was at Doomben during the winter. 2 runs from a spell, sort of perfect preparation really. So Jeanne lands right on top, which is very good for us. Now I was going to tell you about the traffic lights, and we set these up in the GTX program. And what I've got various stats and ratings and so on, comparisons in those 6 traffic lights. Red means stop, green means go, obviously. It's a funny thing, I was thinking about this, and you know they don't start any race until the red light is on. How silly is that? When the red light goes on, they race opposite of traffic lights. But there you go. So you can see here that this horse has got 4 green lights out of the 6. This one's got 5. I actually have a new plan that I've started up, and it's very, very good. And it requires us to have all 6 and only consider those horses. So we start at race 1 today. We can see that our top 2 horses here both have 6 greens. We look at over here, the ratings are 5.3 and 5.7, so a fairly open race, and the market suggests that these 2 horses, one of them should win. So naturally, we only need to look at those horses, don't we? In a race 2, the only qualifying horse under that plan is the 3rd rated horse. As we can see here, we've got 5 horses rated up to the $10, so another competitive race. I wouldn't be backing it as written because it's an 8-year-old now, but certainly Mighty Light is the horse that I'll consider for this race. In race 3, we've got no qualifiers at all, so we can pass that race, I reckon. In race 4, the one on top qualifies under everything. However, when you're looking at this race, you can find that there's only 2 horses have ever run in their life, so it's not a good race to bet on. You never know what can happen with all these first starters. In race 5, this gets 5 out of the 6, this gets 6 out of the 6, 5 out of the 6 and 5 out of the 6. So it's going to be a very competitive race. And the market agrees, so they're all around the $6 mark, and that one's about 15. We have a look here, we've rated them $2.20 up to $9.60. So they're the ones we look at. Obviously the preference is for Life Surprise. And the fact that it has a tongue tie first time, maybe that's the thing that might give it the edge. Maybe you'd like to tongue tie me the way I'm rattling on. Okay. In race 6, there are no qualifiers under that plan. And in race 7, it's our 3rd rated horse, Secret Agenda. As you can see that we've got these 3 rated fairly close. This one's the only one that qualifies all the way. These other 2 have got a couple of stop signs on them. So maybe Secret Agenda is the one for that. We won't know. The fact is that with these green lights, we know that when the stars align, as it is, our strike rate's going to be about 26%, and the average dividend could vary anything from odds on right up to about $10 or $12. And so that's a good thing. and you'll actually be able to make a level stakes profit just backing the ones that are all green, which is terrific. Ballarat Cup, and then in race 9, we've got no qualifiers here, but the interesting thing is Zenithal ticks nearly all the boxes, and in the last, we've got the top-rated Glenrowan Prince, ticks all the boxes. Hey, by the way, at Sandown yesterday, our win form ratings actually got the quaddie, which paid 10,500, including a horse in the last race that was backed in from 50s into about $18. So therefore, the win form ratings really do find you winners. And I thank you for watching this video.